Instagram and WhatsApp, two unusually pioneering business community how include grown up and prospered with they were purchased by Facebook. But now their founders include excited on and on the 1 week's technology camping we see at the painful row on how the companies include fared by Mark Zuckerberg. On Tuesday, Instagram's company founders Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger announced, out of the dark blue, how they were outgoing the business. On the person of it, though was barely remarkable, following all they'd sold out their business for $1 bn, £770 behind in 2012 and 6 year is a lot much longer rather than lot founders remain on following cash in. The two told anything adverse in social on Facebook, but rumors rapidly distributed how they had thick felt they were loser the autonomy they had been pledged in fleeing the picture sharing facility and were unfortunate in decisions on policy. The following date, else X term of the Facebook household came out rocking in several sultry critique of the way Mark Zuckerberg and Sheryl Sandberg controlled a industry they had purchased. In the interviewing, he says Sheryl Sandberg shooting downward a schedule he offered to accusation a fee to several main WhatsApp users quite rather than search to promote relying on the facility's information. He as well says he was convinced to speak the Europe Committee how mixing WhatsApp and Facebook information would be really hard, just to discover out after how down there were plans to do fair how. And he now expresses regrets on the transactions how done him a multimillionaire. I sold out my users' confidentiality to a greater gain. I done a selection and a trade-off. And I dwell in how each date. Maybe unsurprisingly, Brian Acton's excruciating has been welcome in several ridicule in Silicon Valley. The technology reporter Kara Swisher cited a boyfriend's get on the case, I dwell in the fault each day on the bathing beachfront characteristic there in Fiji. I can hardly see my marked new 200 FOOT boat out down there in the harbor via the burst into tears I'm spilling for my users' confidentiality. And of Facebook execution David Mark down there was wrath quite rather than humor. And later down there was the, urge me ancient fashioned. But I discover offensive the human beings and business how done you a multimillionaire, and went to an unparalleled degree to panel and contain you for year, cheap class. He's in fact a entire new norm of cheap class. Lot of filthy underwear creature cleaned in social later. Time lot may sense how it is a bit wealthy to assault the human beings who done thou, so, wealthy, the entire case has done it else uneasy 1 week for Mark Zuckerberg. In Facebook increase retarding, he is necessary Instagram and WhatsApp to begin helping more than to the lower link and will include to expect the teams over them include more belief rather than Brian Acton in his management. As well on the 1 week's program, does how Elon Musk chirp on possessing the cash provided to get Tesla individual present an existentialist risk to the electrical car company following the SEC loaded its founding member in deceptive investors? And we try out an app how claims to assist you to say more than surely out of kind of fill speech and, love, you aware, lengthy, air, pauses.